my advice, and I found this works really well, is do the hardest thing first.
You're watching the Hersh Condos digital experience. And here's your host, Mitch Parker.
Welcome to episode 13 of the Hersh Condos digital experience. I am your host, Mitch Parker, and you've probably noticed our background looks a little bit different. That is because we are bringing this episode to you special from Miami, Florida, where I am enjoying a little bit of sun, a little bit of warmth. You know, we all work hard, and this is my little reward to myself. But we have to keep bringing the amazing content to you guys. So we're down here, we're gonna film a special episode. This week's episode is gonna be on time management and a confession to get started. I used to hate time management. I got into real estate for freedom of time. I could do what I want, when I want to do it, how I wanted to do it. You know, you may relate as a real estate agent, but what you quickly learn in this business is if you're busy and you're successful, you really don't have a lot of time for yourself if you're not being effective with your time. So I split my daily tasks into 3 different categories. So prospecting, servicing, and growth. Prospecting is generation of new business. So for myself, that is meeting new developers, finding new amazing agents like yourself, meeting brokers, building the relationships and knowing who I can go to for business in the future. So when people learn about me or hear my name or see my Instagram profile, what is the first thing that I want them to think of? Am I a luxury realtor? Do I want them to have this high-end look? Am I an investment specialist? Do I want them to say, wow, this guy really knows his investments. I want to call him to buy my next condo investment, right? Like, what message do you want to get across? And also tying into that, what's your plan of growth? What's your plan to get to the next level of your business? And at the same time, maybe what are some of your inefficiencies, right? What things did you do last year or the last couple of years that just aren't working that you need to eliminate and replace with a better system? The next part, we're gonna talk about just pure tips. So things you guys can implement, really helpful advice. The first one is, my day actually starts the night before. So, rather than waking up in the morning and spending the first little while thinking about exactly what you need to do, I found what works best for me is I actually write my next day's to-do list the night before. And so not only do I write it down, so I sit there and I figure out, okay, here are all the things that I need to do the next day. I then take that list and I order it in priority, what I feel is the most important. I think we can all relate to the fact that you're not going to get everything done on your list in one day. But as long as you're consistently getting the most important things done, you're going to keep improving your business and bringing it to the next level. Let's say, night before you wrote your list, it's organized into priority sequence. You have it marked what category it fits into. My advice, and I found this works really well over the last number of years, is do the hardest thing first. Learning to delegate is so important. I'll be totally honest with you guys, it's something that I struggled with for a long time. I still have to consistently work on it. I think it's easy in a lot of circumstances just to take on the task and do it yourself. You're worried no one can do it as good as you can, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Free up your time for what you should really be doing and really be focusing on, which is building up that business. Our next point is to focus on. Our next point is to focus on a single task at a time. Right? We all, maybe it's us, maybe we know somebody, they always have like 40 tabs open on their computer and they have like 3 businesses and they're doing 18 things at once and they look so busy. And you wonder, like, how are they so busy and doing so much in a day? The reality is they're probably not. Science has shown over and over and over again that 99% of humans are bad at multitasking, that you're actually better to eliminate distractions, focus on one thing for a set amount of time and get it done really, really well. The next point is going to introduce a word to your vocabulary that you probably already know of, but it's going to become a bad word for you in 2020. It's going to be another 4-letter word, and it's busy. B-U-S-Y. Add it to your list of other bad words. We all know what the other 4-letter ones are. Busy is sitting there perfecting your Google spreadsheet to make sure that all of the columns are lined up perfectly and all the fonts are the same size and the same color and everything's bolded and looking pretty. That's busy, but it doesn't get you anywhere in your business. The goal should be being productive and being efficient, right? So you have your leads on a spreadsheet, call them. That's being productive, that's being efficient, and that's going to move your business to the next level. We always say when we're creating these podcasts that we want them to look amazing, but we don't spend hours and hours and hours filming and focusing and making sure that each little scene is completely perfect and that I look completely perfect. I'd like that, but it's unfortunately not the way it goes. So, we would rather be putting out consistent content that provides you guys with value than only releasing one podcast a month that we thought was absolutely perfect, right? And so that you should be conducting your business in the exact same way. My next point is about burnout and working effectively to avoid burning out, because that's really not a place where you want to end up. And so I highly encourage you to take small breaks throughout the day to ensure you give your brain some time to recover. Ideally, working out, moving, exercising, even like a small walk outside can help. Some of my best ideas actually come to me when I'm at the gym. It's the time where I'm not thinking about work, but my brain is busy sorting all of the information that I gave it, and it's putting the puzzle together. All of a sudden I'm there and I'm running on the treadmill, or I'm maybe lifting a couple weights, and I get this idea, and it's something that I've been trying to figure out for the last couple of days. And it's really because I gave my brain this break and the time to sort all the data that I've been putting in it. And so I highly encourage you, take a break. Don't be like the hero that works 100 hours a week without taking any breaks. I'm telling you, you don't end up well off in the long run, and you just end up burning out, and you'll need to take more time off, which is sort of the whole opposite of this whole time management thing. The last point that I want to make here in terms of time management is we all have fun when we're doing something with a friend, right? So what I would say is, if this is something that you want to get serious about and you want to tackle and you want to become more efficient with your time, create an accountability partner. Have somebody join you to say, let's audit our time for the next 14 days and compare schedules, or let's figure out how much sleep we need, or if you want to do both, that's even better. Trying to implement a new system and make a change is always difficult. And so having a friend to do it with makes it much easier. It makes it more fun. And you're more likely to push through when it gets difficult. So I would highly encourage you, find an accountability partner, which is a great opportunity for me to tell you to, I encourage you to share this podcast and send it to anybody who you think it would be beneficial for. This has been episode 13 of the Hersh Condos Digital Experience. I am your host, Mitch Parker. I hope that you got a ton of value from this. If you guys have ideas for podcasts and content that you want to see, reach out to us. We're always responding to your comments. We always want to hear what you have to say. And until next time, have an incredible day.
Thanks for watching the Hersh Condos Digital Experience. Stay tuned for more exciting content. Subscribe to our channel and make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms.